Hi everybody, welcome to or welcome back to Silver Lining. Thank you so much for being here. If you clicked on this video, thank you. I love you. I love you so much already and I don't even know you. But in today's episode, we're just gonna yap. We're gonna talk about life. I'm gonna give you a little life update. Sorry I didn't post last week. My grandma passed away and I needed a little bit of time to grieve. I was going through it. Not as bad as I thought I would be, but just dealing with the emotions and letting myself feel everything and moving through it instead of avoiding it. If I would have just pushed through everything, I would have been avoiding it. So we're here today. We're blessed. I'm so grateful that you're here with me, and let's get into it. So last week my grandma passed away, and it was hard because my grandma was like the only mother figure in my life, and her and my grandpa were like my mom and dad figures. And my grandpa passed when I was 12 years old, and my grandma just passed. She lived to 98 years old. Hello, 98 is crazy. I definitely am not going to live to 98, but that's okay. I miss her. I miss her a lot, and I just want to talk about some things that she really taught me. She taught me to put God first and to have patience in life. And her little motto that she would always say is, I'm not God, who am I to judge? I'm not God. And it's true. And I've really taken that into my adult life. Like, I am not God. I cannot judge anybody. I don't have to agree what people are doing, but I'm not going to judge them. And it was interesting seeing my family at the services because we've had a very rough, rocky experience and a lot of downs more than ups. And it was hard because I'm in no contact with my mom right now as of like 6 months. We didn't talk for like 8 years, and then we didn't even talk, like we communicated for on and off for a year, and then we just stopped talking. I had to cut her off completely because there are things that she does that I do not agree with and do not align with me morally, emotionally, spiritually, all of it. And I'm putting myself first. And I really want to talk about putting yourself first. It's hard to step out of line from your family. It's hard to break generational curses, and because it's very lonely, it's very isolating. It's hard. It's hard to be the only person, beating to a different beat of a drum than your entire family. And they may not understand why you're doing what you're doing, and they may never understand it, and that's okay. And I've realized that I choose what I want to do in this life. I choose myself. I choose to be a good person. I choose to follow my own compass and make mistakes along the way, and it's okay. And it's hard because I didn't reach out to my mom when her mother passed away, my grandma, about a week ago. And at first I was like, damn, I kind of feel guilty for not reaching out because it's her mom, right? Like, of course I want to be there for my mom and console her. But then I realized, like, she's never been there for me ever, and never consoled me, never emotionally was there for me ever, 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 ever. And I'm like, why would I unblock her when I already made the decision to distance myself completely? We cannot be in each other's lives. We just can't. It is too hard for me to be in a line of fire of her abuse. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. And when I saw her, the first thing she said to me at the wake was, wow, I'm looking at you and I don't have anything bad to say about you. Like, that was her way of complimenting me, but it was also a dig. Like, that's the nicest thing my mom's ever said to me, and it was still an insult. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really regret not reaching out. I am happy that I put myself first for once in my life, and I keep continuing to put myself first. And it's uncomfortable when you're a constant people pleaser your whole life. Like, I've been a constant people pleaser my whole life, but now I don't. Now I don't do it. I don't do anything out of guilt or shame. I take aligned action. And for any of you that are dealing with a situation with a narcissistic parent that you've had to go no contact with, I know how uncomfortable it is, and I know how guilty and terrible you feel in the beginning, because you're like, it's my parent. You fall in love with your abuser. You know what I mean? This could be a parent, this could be an ex, this could be a friend. You fall in love with the narcissistic abuse. You fall in love with that person, and then you start to feel guilty just for choosing yourself, when in reality, if somebody loves you, they're never going to make you fight for their love, prove yourself, do things out of guilt or shame. They're just not going to. And it's a really liberating feeling to let go of the dead weight that doesn't serve me anymore. I have fully let go of people, places, and things that do not align with me anymore. And it is such a good feeling. And it wasn't always a good feeling, but right now it is so liberating. It's like 99% of my problems were from allowing abusers to be in my life because I felt bad to cut them off and leave them high and dry. It's like they left me high and dry my whole life. Why do I have to feel bad? And I realized I don't have to feel bad. And I was thinking, like, what would my grandma think about this? And I think that when you're in heaven, you could finally see, like, everything from every angle. And I know that my grandma's proud of the decision I made. I know that my grandpa's proud of the decision I made. I know that they want me to forgive my parents, and I have fully forgiven them. And I'm moving on with my life because I want better for myself in all areas. And I use this abuse I've been through as kind of a guiding light of how to not act, how to not treat people. The way I was treated my whole life, I have the blueprint of how not to treat people and how not to treat myself. And that's just the most beautiful thing about this all, is like, I have learned how to treat myself and how to love myself by never being loved. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, if you haven't been shown love in your life, I know how hard it is to figure out how to love yourself. But if you use the way that you're treated as a blueprint of how not to treat yourself, it makes it easier and life becomes more enjoyable, and there is a silver lining, hence the name of the podcast. That's why I created this podcast. It's like, I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, and I've been through a lot in my life. In these short but long 29 years, I've really been through a lot, and I've learned a lot. And I shouldn't be here, but I am. And I'm here for a reason, and I know it's to share my voice and to be strong and to step out of these generational curses. I'm done trying to fit a mold of people that don't even fit the mold that they're trying to put you in. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm done trying to be this perfect person. I am comfortable finally with being myself. And it's such a beautiful feeling. It's amazing. And if I could get to this place, so can you guys. And even just if one person listens to this podcast and takes inspiration and inspired action to go forward and to change their life for the better and to start to love themselves and realize that none of their abuse was ever their fault. The way people treat you shows everything about them and nothing about you. And it's hard to realize that until you're out of the toxic environments, until you've removed these toxic people from your life. And it's hard when it's a brother, a mother, a best friend, somebody that you thought would be in your life forever, and also somebody that society deems to be fit in your life forever. That's not the case. You are not selfish for choosing yourself, period. And I've really learned that this year. And by doing so, by cutting off the dead weight, it gave me the ability to step into alignment and step into the life that I was always meant to live, which is an abundant life, which is a prosperous life where I get to help others because I finally have helped myself. It's not selfish to put yourself first. It's not selfish to help yourself, because if you don't help yourself, you can't help others. And we came to this earth to help others. We are here for a reason. You wouldn't be here if you weren't meant to be here. So I've just been realizing a lot lately, and I feel really proud of myself. And I feel very proud of myself for how I handled seeing my family and respecting them and not taking anything that they said to me personally. Like, my mom's sister was even like, wow, you don't look terrible for once. I'm like, are you guys okay? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so miserable? And like, I just went to therapy yesterday, and my therapist was like, I give you an A+++ for the way that you handled these comments and the way that you handled everything around this situation with your grandma. And it feels good to be acknowledged that I am doing the right thing, because it was a very hard decision for me to make, and I didn't have anyone to really confide in it about. And now I just know in my heart, I knew in my soul that I was making the right decision. And I wanted to say direction. Basically heading in a better direction. Like, I didn't take those comments personally. I used to. Like, if somebody said some ignorant, mean stuff to me in the past, I would have taken it personally, and I literally would have gone and cried. Like, my therapist was like, I'm proud of you, because like, you laughed it off instead of crying. Like, you used to go and cry and let these things affect you. It's like, I just let it roll off now. I don't absorb it. But even those 2 days, like the wake and the funeral, it was hard, because I'm very intuitive and I'm very sensitive to energy. And it was just so hard being around negative energy, even though like my therapist is a psychic medium and a therapist, and she gives me these tools to protect my energy, like closing my eyes and putting a suit of armor around me, bringing crystals with me, all of this. But even then, I'm so sensitive that even if I'm just in the same room as these people, I start to feel drained. And even today, it's Wednesday. These services were Sunday and Monday. I'm still low energy, but I knew I needed to come on here and talk about this and get this off my chest and speak it out loud, and hopefully it helps somebody, because I know it will. And it just proved my point that I made the right decision, and I'm making the right decisions every day by choosing myself and not being in the same rooms as these people anymore, not communicating with them. Do I forgive my family? Of course, because if I don't, it's only hurting me. You know, I've realized that I forgive these people because, not for them, it's for me. Because I don't deserve to carry the weight of their trauma, their abuse that they didn't heal from and they passed on to me. I don't carry it anymore. It was never mine to carry. And whoever is watching this, your trauma, your abuse from your abusers, it's never your weight to carry. You have to let it go. You have to forgive them. For you, it's very liberating. It's a big weight off my shoulders. And I'm just in a better place right now. I'm kind of low energy right now in this podcast, but I need to show up authentically. And that's how I'm feeling today. But I do feel proud of myself. And I'm really happy with where I'm at right now in life. Not everything is exactly the way I want it, but I know it's exactly the way I need it to be. And I'm just taking everything day by day. And my best advice to you guys is to take it day by day and to choose yourself and put yourself first. It's not selfish. You will see that you will be rewarded for choosing you. And it's normal to feel guilty if you haven't done it ever. It's very normal to feel guilty, but it's very liberating. And it makes room for what's meant for you in life. Like, I have an amazing job right now. I live in my dream apartment. I have great friends. I have the most wonderful relationship with my animals. Like, even when I was in those toxic environments, I didn't make time for my animals. I didn't make time for myself. I didn't make time to have a great career. Like, I was so consumed by other people's problems and trying to solve them. And now I'm like, okay, wait. Let me put my energy into solving my problems and praying and becoming healthier, mind, body, and soul, all of it. And it's just such a liberating feeling. And I'm so excited to be on this journey with you guys. Even if this just reaches one person, I'm doing my job. And I'm just so grateful. So thank you for listening to this little life update. That's all that really wants to come out today. I love you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I want you guys to be a part of my healing community. You know, little community where we yap and talk about life and healing and the calm after the storm and all of the beautiful rainbows that come after. So I love you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.